If you are selling on Etsy, you need to be doing competitor research. And there are tons and tons of tools out there to help you expedite the research process. But if you're a new store, you might not have it in your budget to afford all of these tools that you have to pay for to do any competitor research. So in this video today, I want to go over how you can do Etsy research on your competitors for free without any tools right within Etsy. Nowadays, now that I am a bigger store, yes, I do use paid tools like eRank and Everbee to do my competitor research. But when I first started, pretty much for the first year when I went up to making $12,000 profit a month, I was using zero tools and solely relying on the Etsy platform itself to find any bestsellers and to help me make decisions when creating my listings. Yes, you do need to be doing competitor research, but no, you do not need to be spending money to do it. And if you do not know me yet, my name is Christina. I am a full-time print-on-demand seller, sharing my knowledge with you guys on YouTube. All right, with that, let's get started. And I do ask if you learned anything new from this video, if you could please drop a like and subscribe. It would really help me know what type of content to bring to you in the future. All right, back to Etsy. And let's go over first why you need to do competitor research for your store and why not doing it is so detrimental. So number one, you need to get an idea of what niches are selling on Etsy. If you're trying to sell to a niche that honestly they're just not buying on Etsy, chances are if you post that listing, they're still never gonna buy from you. So you need to see what's already selling out there so you can do things that are similar. Number two is you need to get an idea of what designs out there are selling. Without understanding what people want on the product that you're trying to sell, you can't replicate it yourself. You need to be studying what designs are popular, what fonts are popular, the placements on the products, because without seeing success in other people, it is very hard to look at your own store and be able to tell if it's gonna be successful or not itself. Number three, you want to see what SEO, aka keywords, the best sellers are using. Understanding keywords and titles and tags and seeing what's working for other people, you're not gonna know to include those keywords in your listings, and therefore you're probably never gonna be found in the Etsy organic search. Well, I'm sure there's more reasons. My number four is actually studying their photos. You want to see what type of photos your competitors are using. How do yours match up? If they have fantastic lighting, their product is outdoors, and that's what's selling for them, and yours has really bad lighting and it's on the floor, perhaps that's where you need to stop and think, hey, maybe I need to find out how to make my photos look more like my competitors. And if you're using mockups for your Etsy store, then studying which mockups these people are buying and using in their store means that you can actually go search for those mockups yourself on Etsy and use similar ones or even that exact mockup for your store. If it's working for the best sellers, it's probably gonna do pretty well for you. I do many Etsy audits and I can actually tell very easily if a store has done competitor research or not. It reflects in all of their choices, and usually when I take a look at their store, I can tell if it's gonna be successful or if it needs a lot of work. And the ones who did the research are usually leaning towards the successful side. As a full-time seller, I am probably spending about half of my time just doing research on Etsy, favoriting my competitors, favoriting niches, favoriting design styles I want so that I can reflect them in my store. Again, if you can't point out what's going to make a good store for someone else, it's gonna be very hard to reflect that in your own. And with that, let's get into Etsy. My first tip is to use incognito mode when you're trying to do research. Otherwise, a lot of your results are altered by what you've clicked before or a few other factors, so it's just best to use incognito to get a fresh slate. Then what we're gonna do is on Etsy, we are going to search for the product that we want to design for. So first we're gonna see everything that pops up on the first page for us. But this actually is affected by quite a few factors due to the way the Etsy algorithm works. So we actually wanna make sure we're finding the best sellers for this product. And how we're gonna do that is a little tricky. There used to be a filter so you could just see by bestseller. This is hidden now, but it is not non-existent. You just have to know how to find it. What you can do is just go on to all filters. We're gonna hit star seller and we're gonna hit apply. And then up here, you're gonna see right here, the and is star seller. And we're actually gonna just change star to best. And now we are actually gonna see all of these ranked by bestseller, with the bestsellers being at the top. So let's click into this one, and you can see that this has the bestseller tag. Now that we see all the bestsellers, we're gonna have a notebook or something open, and we're gonna start going through all of the bestsellers and writing down the niches that are popular right now. Make sure you're avoiding things like this who that is copyrighted. So just make sure you're not going for brands or anything like that, so you don't want to get in trouble. So let's go down. This is popular. Dear person behind me on the back of a hoodie. Good to note. We have some mama sweatshirts. We have vintage 1973. We have quite a bit of dog products. Wifey. When I was going through these, I noticed silly goose or like goose things are really popular right now. So we have silly goose, so I'd probably write that down. We have a little bunny embroidered product here. Gonna just keep going through here. Future Miss Johnson. We can avoid all of these ones that say your design here. Those are mock-ups, so we don't want to be using those. So once we go through this for a little bit, you're eventually gonna have a full list of different niche ideas that you can start working on. I've seen this one get pretty popular lately, the chicken sweatshirt, which is hilarious. So you could write down chicken sweatshirt, the goose sweatshirt. You can see right here, we have a lot of dates. Those ones will be super easy for you to create. You can probably get those up in like 10 minutes. And those are bestsellers. Let's take a look. Yep, bestseller, over 21 reviews. So something like this is fantastic, and you could probably get out tons of dates super fast. You could get easily 30 listings out with just this design and be making this many sales on tons of different designs. We have game day. Again, dates are doing super hot right now. And there we go. So now you'll have your list of niche ideas to start working on. And when we're going through this, not only should you be paying attention to the niches, but probably the font styles. You can see that this like university college text is super popular when it comes to like the dates. This wifey, I like this little text right here. The nice like script font you see a lot on Etsy, kind of like this, super thin, like, I don't know if wispy is the word, but a script. Scrolling down, you're gonna see like having a few signs or emblems across just the top part of a sweatshirt does super well. Corner pockets do really well. So hopefully by doing this, you're gonna start altering your designs to kind of reflect what's popular with these bestsellers. And I want to share this quick little tip with you. If you see a design and you are not sure which font they are using, but you want to use it yourself, there's actually a way to figure it out using AI. You're just gonna take a screenshot of that font. On Google, you're gonna search up what the font, and we're going to go to the first one here, myfonts.com, what the font, and you're going to upload your screenshot. Then we're gonna hit identify font, and then using AI, they're going to try to figure out which font this is. So you're gonna get tons of options along with the selling options or the price options right here. Looking through these, I'm gonna find one that I like, that I think is really close. And for me, that is probably, I think maybe I'm liking this one here, the Warda Rounded. So I can see that the Warda is $18 if I do want to buy it, but there's a place that you might be able to get this for free, and that's on Creative Fabrica. If you have Creative Fabrica, it's a subscription platform, so then you get tons of fonts, tons of different assets that you can use in your print-on-demand store. But I'm gonna search for that font, Warda. And they actually do have it. So if you do have a subscription, you are able to download and use this for free with commercial use. Or if you don't have Creative Fabrica yet, in my links, you can find a discount code so you can get 10 free downloads. All right, so back to studying bestsellers. So now we have our list of niches that are popular. We have some design styles in mind. We are understanding what designs are selling for other people so we can replicate them ourselves. But now, once we have our niches and designs, we need to make sure that we are listing them with proper SEO so that these can be found in the Etsy search algorithm organically, and that means so you're not paying for any ads. You can be making sales without ever having to pay for ads or do any social media. So say we wanted to make a similar shirt to this one. We don't want to copy it directly. Maybe we want to do 1992. We want to use maybe a slightly different font or a different font completely. And maybe we wanted to cross the whole front of the shirt instead of just like one of those little pocket shirts like this one is. We want to see what keywords this person is using for their titles and tags. We can see their title right here. But did you know if you scroll to the very bottom and you take a look under explore related searches, and this is under every single person's listing, you're going to see 13 explore related searches. Did you know that these are actually their exact tags that they are using? So what I would do is I would start looking through their tags and writing down the ones that are applicable to us. So year sweatshirt, maybe we do 30th birthday, 1990 sweatshirt, personalized birthday, not 50th birthday because we're doing 1990. I'm not doing the quick math right now. Birth year sweatshirt. And we're gonna use our notepad again and start writing down the keywords which are relevant to our design. We don't wanna be using the ones that aren't relevant because then if people search that, even if our product shows up, people are not gonna click into it because it doesn't matter. It's not what they were searching for. And then what we're gonna do to find out more tags, back on Etsy, say we are doing our 1990 sweatshirt. I'm just gonna search that here, 1990 sweatshirt. And then again, we should still have the bestseller tag on. Oh, no, we don't. Let's go apply that again. Star seller, apply, and we're gonna put on bestseller. So now we have shirts which are similar. I'm gonna click into this one here. And again, we're gonna do the exact same thing and take a look at their titles and their tags. Custom 1990 sweatshirt, 33rd birthday sweatshirt, 90 shirt, year number shirt, birthday gift for woman, birthday sweatshirt, gift 1983T. And then we're also going to go take a look at the tags that they're using. 1983 sweatshirt, 1990 sweatshirt, 1990 year sweatshirt. We don't want to use their personal name in our tags. 1991 birthday shirt, birth year sweatshirt. You're going to do this for the top few results that are showing up for you, and the ones that do not say ad beside them. You want ones that are selling organically. If you're buying ones that say ad, that means they just paid for them to be seen. The tags aren't really that helpful. So once you have a list, I would start crossing off the ones that are not relevant to your design, and I would start combining them and try to come up with the 13 that are most applicable to you. These large stores are probably paying for research platforms. They've done their research behind these tags already, and obviously they're working for them if these people are getting thousands of sales on this one design. So just do what your competitors are doing and use similar titles and tags for your products. Do not just go copy the bestseller, and don't just copy their title and just copy all their tags. That is going to make an enemy out of a very, very big Etsy seller. Create your lists and get inspiration from the bestsellers to learn exactly how they are titling and tagging their products which are similar to yours. Again, similar, do not copy. And my last little tip for you is if you find a store that has tons of sales and tons of products, but you can't see what's selling for them, this one has a little hint because it says bestseller. But you see these ones, it's hard to guess without taking a look at their reviews how many sales they're getting. What you can do is if you scroll down, if you see this here, sales, and it has an underline, that means it's clickable and you're able to see what is selling for this store. You can see their exact sales. You can see a bunch of people are buying this silly goose sweatshirt, which we talked about earlier, is kind of really hot right now. If you just keep scrolling down, you'll get an idea for their best sellers. The problem with this, not every store has this turned on. You can actually hide this in your settings, and a lot of the big stores do have this turned off. So it is not 100% guaranteed that you're gonna be able to get here, but it's worth a look. So now we know which niches are selling, we know what design styles are selling, we know how to title and tag our products with keywords that are actually gonna work, and ideally, we've also studied, again, which mock-ups these people are using to get sales, and we're gonna buy them ourselves and use them. Or if you're not doing print on demand, we're gonna study what type of photos our competitors are using and try to make ours match up to the quality that they have. If you are a new store, think that you can make this without doing any research, I'm begging you, please just try doing a little bit of research. You might not even notice how just looking and understanding what is selling is slowly going to influence your designs and just make them better. And I do recommend once you do get bigger and start making sales, I would upgrade to a paid platform. I like to use Everbee because they let me know exactly how many sales someone has made, how long ago it was listed. I can see how many searches each tag is getting, so that can better influence which tags and titles I plan to be using for my products. But when you're first starting out, again, you might not have the budget or the want to really spend money on a subscription service for Etsy. So you can start this way, which is the slightly longer way and it has a little less data to base on. But again, once you start making sales, just upgrade. It'll make doing the research so much faster. All right, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next week.